Someone sent me an email and asked what was revised and what was expanded in the code so that they could go about, presumably, talking about it in groups in a comprehensive manner. I think that might be the objective. But actually, the book and the concept is written for individual persons, so it really doesn't lend itself to discussions in the traditional fashion. It just lends itself to whatever an individual person thinks about wherever he or she happens to be, and whatever problem that particular person happens to have wherever he or she happens to be. If the person is classified as non-white, and they're somewhere on this planet. And so, therefore, everything is anecdotal, meaning it has to do with incidents, whatever comes up. Or I've tried to write the book in such a way, even in the revised expanded edition, which is just a continuation of the problem that hasn't been solved. So it's just interest that I have put in there in all kinds of different ways, and also tried to expand on some of the things that I've said before, because the problem is still the same. So a person, I've always kind of advocated that a person just picks up the book and turn to any page and try to get something out of it, because that's how our thoughts come to us anyway. They do not come in a comprehensive straight line on anything. I mean, when a person gets up in the morning, a person's thinking is kind of all over the place. So if that being the case, you want to pick up thoughts maybe out of a book just by turning to any page, that will kind of kindle your thinking in wherever your thoughts happen to be at that particular time, and try to give some flavor, you might say, to whatever it is you're already thinking, or give some type of perspective or some type of orientation, some type of direction in each individual person. So the book was originally conceived that way, because first when I started writing it myself, that's how I started writing it. Thoughts would come to me, and I would just write them down, just random thoughts. Not anything I predicted or anything I had orchestrated, or particularly, in most cases, any type of problem that I was trying to solve at the moment. They were just thoughts that came to me, like thoughts come to all people. They're sort of disjointed, not connected. But little by little, you begin to connect your thoughts in a comprehensive way when you have to, particularly when it comes to solving problems, which everybody has problems. So I hope that I'm explaining it in a way that people can understand it, how the book is supposed to be used. Mm-hmm. But everything particularly is directed to the individual person, and individual people have thoughts that are on all kinds of subjects, even when they are at a particular meeting where the subject matter has been presented to them, and what the subject is going to be. But people at that same time are sitting there thinking about a number of things that seemingly have no connection with where they are at that particular meeting. So the book is kind of written that way, too. Mm-hmm. I hope that I'm making some sense out of what I'm saying. But ultimately, the goal should be the same regardless of where a person's thoughts are at any given moment.